Welcome to OptionsRobot, home of smart automation for active traders. In this video, we're going to talk about chart levels. What are they and how to use them for rolling in exits in OptionsRobot. Here we moved it over to OptionsRobot, and you can see on our chart, I have the levels for AMD. So if you typed in AMD over here, you get a blank screen. If you type in AMD up in here in our templates, you'll see that we have a bunch of white boxes and white lines or dotted lines across the screen here. They are our levels that are brought to you by our market technicians at OptionsRobot. We have about, I want to say about 650, I think, at this point in terms of stocks. So that's the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow, all are at least included in terms of the package. So these are levels that there's significant support and resistance at in the stock. We keep them in here for you to be able to use as either triggers or as target levels. And I'll show you how we use these levels inside of our OptionsRobot execution. So we go over here to positions. We can see we have a position right here in AMD. And I have a simple example. I'm going to delete this one just to show you how we do that. So if I were to come in here, we have this AMD Jan 24 146 call in terms of a very short-term option, basically expiring in 4 days. Now, if I wanted to add a configuration that was based off of the stock value, I would simply come over here to my stock value, come into greater than, if it's a call option, so we want it to go higher, and I would click on my levels right in here. Now, if we were to go to less than, I could do the levels and the numbers would be lower than my current stock price. If I do it greater than, it's going to be greater than those levels right in there. So I'm going to use that first one right in there, 149.03. And then I'm going to select what I want to do. So I'm going to roll my option up to the same expiration and go to maybe the 149s. I can go to the 150s, doesn't really matter, but 149s for this example. I'm then going to use our smart pricing and just use let's do a default. That's going to price slice the bid-ask spread for 5 slices and adjust to your option price down because you're trying to roll these options. So you're going to offer it at the best price and then move it down slightly until you can get filled. So hopefully you can get filled in a better manner there. So we're going to leave that one alone and hit create. And our option has a configuration that is set for it. So once this condition is met, then they put it in for the mid-market at that point. So it's a big difference from where most other platforms are that you got to set your price or set it to market price. So you're getting a better execution already. Now, the cool thing about OptionsRobot is I can keep going and building out my plan with this one. So if this were to execute and I'm now in a 149 option and I feel like, okay, the stock has more room to run than that, I can continue to create configurations based off of my levels. I can go up to the 151.09. And at this point, I think I'm going to roll again. So let's roll this up. Maybe I'm going to pick a different expiration. So if I think it's getting up to this point, maybe it's got a better chance, or maybe we'll save that for next. Let's just stay right in where we're at. And let's roll up to the 152.50s. And we'll do some quick pricing on this one and do a creation. And then once we have that one, right, we can go look at this and see what it looks like so far. We preview this group. Here's our first. We're in this one long. And here's the one where we would roll again. And then we have our nested configuration. So this one will not trade, right, until we get into this 149 call. Okay, so this one is called a nested configuration. Now, I can create another nested configuration based off of this 152 call. And I could say if the stock value gets, let's say, greater than 152.47, I'm just simply going to exit this time and say, you know what, I'm happy with the profits that I have and I want to get out of the trade. I'm going to do that one for a quick as well and just create that one from a mid-market, try to get our best execution. So now you can see we start off with a 146 call. We rolled up to the 149s at mid-market on a default for the day. And then once it broke the 151.09, I rolled up to the 152.50s. And then we have up in here, the 152s. And then my other nested configuration, once we broke the 152.47 level, we were going to exit for the day. All right. So again, all these are based off of prior configurations, allows you to keep rolling your options and build a plan out, which you can't do on any other system. So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like it, go check out Options Robot and sign up. Registration for this is at app optionsrobot.com/registration. Thank you.